everybody, I'm Diane Kazer with Kazer Wellness, and I created the Warrior Cleanse. It's awesome. And a part of why I created the Warrior Cleanse is because I've suffered from a ton of health issues since I was, my whole life maybe. And I played pro soccer, and I was a bikini competitor, and I've done a lot of really crazy sports all my life. And I found myself pretty ill around the age of 30. And I was raised on, birth control, gluten, fettuccine alfredo, cookies, you name it, nothing green, and nothing like this. Actually, what I am holding right here is bone broth. And this is, I think it's chicken bone broth this evening. But bone broth can come in many forms, and in fact, where does bone broth come from? And so I'll talk about that in a minute and why I'm even holding this one. But bone broth for me is something that I think about, grandma's home cooking. You know, when I was younger, I mean, you guys know when you were younger, maybe your grandma fed you beef. She fed you stew, beef stew or whatever. And you never knew when you were a kid, you're like, what am I eating? And now, I reflect on my memories as a kid, and they're good memories, but why did we eat that stuff? And why did grandma make all this stuff? And why is grandma's cooking coming back as a trend? So what I started doing, I would say in the last 3 years, is I came across bone broth. And actually I heard about it. This whole functional medicine industry is awesome. And so one person talks about it, another person's gonna talk about it. People don't talk about it unless something has a benefit, like a major benefit, a major transformative benefit. And for me, the first time I tried bone broth, I have to be honest, I was like, whatever. It's not like drinking a Frappuccino at Starbucks or anything, right? So it's not gonna taste amazing unless you really have a good palate and you can appreciate what it's doing for you. So when I first tried bone broth, I think I was at a farmer's market, and it was a farmer who was selling his bones. And I was really excited to try it myself. I learned about the GAPS diet because I had autoimmune disease, and you can't really get an autoimmune disease unless you have something called leaky gut, which means that food's leaking into your bloodstream from your gut that's leaky. And we wonder, well, how do we patch that up? It's not just about leaky gut, it's not just about reversing autoimmune disease, it's really just about looking better, feeling better, and thinking better, right? Like, no one cares about patching up a leaky gut. You just wanna look better. And what I heard about bone broth is that it's amazing for hair. I mean, I have a lot of hair, so it's like the last thing I need is to grow more hair. But hey, what I've noticed, because I make braids all the time, is that my braids are so much thicker. I used to have rosacea because I found out about 2 years ago, I had parasite overgrowth. And the rosacea on my skin was coming from my gut inflammation. And so what did I do? I started drinking this bone broth, and it healed up my leaky gut. My rosacea started going away, my acne started going away, my skin was super thick, and I didn't need to use makeup anymore. So many women put all these chemicals in their face, and they feel like they have to cover themselves up because they don't feel beautiful. And now I don't really have to wear that much makeup. Okay, I am right now. But, but natural beauty, bone broth. And so the last couple of years I made my own bone broth from the farmer's market stuff. And then I came across Chef Lance. And then I went, no way. Like, it could be that easy. Like, I could just buy it and it shows up at my doorstep. And I was amazed at the packaging it came in. I was amazed that nothing was leaking. I was amazed at the diversity. I was amazed at the price, because what is your time worth? I mean, bone broth to me, it took 2 hours to make. You know, if you make $150 an hour, or maybe some people who make 50, that's either $100 to $300 that you're saving by buying it from Chef Lance. And that's what I loved. First of all, I love the flavor. It's way better than what I could do myself. And it's pretty messy at home. Some people want to try it, some people don't. People just don't have that kind of time anymore. So I love what Chef Lance has done and made it super easy. It literally shows up at your doorstep. You freeze whatever you're not gonna use, and you thaw out what you are gonna use. I use this stuff to cook my eggs in. I just drink it by itself in a cup. You don't wanna microwave it, obviously. But I drink it all the time, and I notice a significant difference with the collagen in my skin. So it's like, why are women spending thousands of dollars on anti-aging stuff that doesn't even work? The chemicals that are making us even more sick and causing the very leaky gut that brings on the disease that we're trying to combat. So this stuff is like, it's like the wonder pharmaceutical, but non-pharmaceutical out there, because it really will help to heal your hair, your skin, flat belly, and your energy. Things just start to come back. And I don't think that I will go back to making it on my own anymore, because my time is really valuable and I feel spoiled. It showed up at my door. It's done. So I recommend everybody and anybody who is trying to reverse disease that's not as sexy as having beautiful hair and beautiful skin. I recommend you guys try this. Try it once. You get like a discount your first time. You have nothing to lose. He's awesome. And Chef Lance, he's a good dude. He's not just a guy who makes bone broth. He's a good dude. And people who make good food and put love into their food, we are what we eat. And so if he's making it with love, we turn into love too, right? Okay, you guys gotta try this stuff. It's amazing. I use it with all of my clients and I recommend it in my Warrior Cleanse. So I've also seen a lot of testimonials too. Women who start this, and I work with mostly women, they have the same exact testimonials that I did. More hair growth, less skin inflammation, more glow. And I'm not just saying that to sound like a commercial. It's true. This is real stuff. And this is stuff that'll stick. You'll become addicted real quick. Love you guys. Oh, and my website, DianeKazer.com. And I've got a whole bunch, like I said, thewarriorcleanse.com. thewarriorcleanse.com. We'll see you at either one. I do a lot of fun stuff on social media too, so I've been periscoping lately. I swam with sharks today, so I periscoped that. So follow me on social media or wherever. Kazer Wellness is my social media plug. See you guys soon. The one thing that I'm really excited about is that I work with a lot of doctors in Orange County. I work with a team of doctors. And what I have seen a lot of doctors recommending now, prescribing now, is take bone broth 2 weeks before anesthesia, any kind of surgery that you're having, or if you have an injury, 2 weeks after an injury. It cuts out inflammation. It helps to rebuild your bones, your tissues, your ligaments, whatever was injured. And it helps to expedite the process. I've literally seen people go to their doctors and they say, yeah, I healed 3 times faster, according to my doctor, and everybody wants to know how. I currently have a client, and his mouth is wired shut. He can't eat anything, he can't chew, so we're having him drink bone broth. And guess what? He was 15 pounds lighter from not being able to eat for a week, and he's already gained 10 pounds back in 2 weeks on this bone broth. So it's not just something to help with your weight loss, but it's weight stabilization, so it's for anybody. It's huge in recovery. So all these collagen pills and MSM and glucosamine and glutamine and all these chondroitin things that people take for their joints, this is the real deal. You don't have to swallow pills. You just drink this stuff, add some salt, cook with it. It's so easy. Do it! Do it. I'm gonna do it like this.